Lee's Boxing Truth. So you had Anthony Joshua versus Jermaine Franklin. And it seems like a lot of people were disappointed in Anthony Joshua. They wanted him to defeat, not just defeat Jermaine Franklin, but they wanted him to knock him out. And sadly, they did not get that. Fans did not see that opportunity of Anthony Joshua knocking out Jermaine Franklin. But I look at it as you have a new trainer. You're with the Errol Spence camp. And you have to realize that it's going to take time. It's going to take more than one fight to get that type of a little bit more chemistry with his trainer. And the sooner people realize that, the better. Because what we're looking at right now is Anthony Joshua did show a different side of him when I watched the fight. I seen a little bit more movement, not as much a stiff robot, but I seen a good amount of movement with him. And I seen that jab being pushed out. That kind of similar type jab that Errol Spence will work on and, develop that jab and push that jab out there. So I seen that jab being worked. And I seen Anthony Joshua not get tired. He didn't look tired or drained or anything. So whatever he was working on in camp, as far as his endurance and the way he weighed, because people were nervous about the weight. I was a little nervous because I thought he possibly gained too much weight and it would hurt him during the later rounds. But apparently it didn't do that to him. So with that being said, I like the fact that Anthony Joshua went out there and stuck to the game plan. And he needs I would say he needs about one or two more fights before we can set him up to go back in there with a Deontay Wilder or with the Tyson Fury. But we got to see him being able to implement his game plan. And we also got to see him hurt somebody more than, a couple rounds here and there, because he did have Jermaine Franklin hurt a couple of times. But we need to work on, they need to work on developing that with Anthony Joshua. Making sure that his output is good, making sure that jab stays strong, and making sure that if he hurts somebody, he can possibly get him up out of there. Not just stay there and, so the combinations will come a little bit, I think, in the next fight. But I do want to see him step up and fight somebody that, that's a name that people know. And just get ready. The main thing about Anthony Joshua, what I'm hearing Eddie Hearn saying, is that he needs to stay busy. 2 to 3 fights a year. That's probably the best thing for him. And I agree. He having 2 to 3 fights a year. And if he wants to, finish up his career in the next 2 or 3 years, that'd be great. But it's like he's starting right now from the bottom. And Derrick James has been a great tool. And I know some people are disagreeing with that. But I agree that Derrick James has been a big help for Anthony Joshua in this fight. He's communicating with him. It seems like the communication that he's doing with Anthony Joshua is working. I just give it another fight or two, and I believe the chemistry will be even better if Anthony Joshua is willing to learn. Because sometimes you get too big that, you don't want to take advice from other people. So with that being said, it was a great fight for Anthony Joshua. Great fight for Jermaine Franklin. And this is Lee's Boxing Truth. Like, comment, please subscribe.